Alright folks, so let's do my kit load out. So I've got a poncho, the mozzie net, the Helikon Tex Swagman, an inflatable pillow and my inflatable mattress, or what goes in the Helikon Tex Bergen. Now the reason why I've gone for the poncho at the moment, the weather's not too bad. I'm sort of flitting between a DD, the ultra lightweight tarp. I've got one of them recently. I mean, I've used that a couple of times, and obviously it's a more spacious setup than the poncho. But I thought I'd bring the poncho out, keep it a bit Helikon Tex, this one. Got my jacket. All right. Some people have been asking about that jacket for some reason, and I'll do a separate video on that. Okay, so in the Helikon Tex Bergen Pack, right, what I've got in here. Right, if I just show you it as is. So I've got a pencil. I've got my little flex cut in there as well for a bit of carving. Siloon stick for later, just for a little bit of light. These are my secateurs, okay, because obviously everything gets overgrown, brambles and stuff like that, so it's good just to cut them away. Got a torch, and then I've got my Leatherman wave there, and then I've got my whistle, okay, and then also is a mesh bag there just to put my car keys in it, or any money or anything like that if I need to. And that's normally, which has just come off, I normally have it attached to the zip on the lid there. Alright, so outside I've got my Grand's Force axe, the wildlife hatchet, stick that in there. At the front, what I tend to do is keep like my brew kit and stuff in here. So I've got my brew kit, little Trangia bottle of fuel, my pilot bottle of water, and then finally what I've got here, just in this little pouch, and I was just mucking around in the shed the other day, and this is just an air pellet tin. And what I've done was I drilled some holes in it. It's got one of my little stoves in it, and what I wanted to do, that little bit of foil in there just stops it rattling around. Now what I wanted to do was see whether or not I could put a cooking pot on top of there with those holes drilled out, okay, and the little burner in there, but for some reason it doesn't seem to work. But it's still, I thought I'd still use it because it's quite handy. I've literally knocked up a little foil windshield, okay, that will go over there like that, and then also what I've got just to finish off is a little pot stand. I did used to sell these on the Etsy store, but I've sold out and I never got any more. But basically that just goes on there like that, and that just sits on there like that. So yeah, simple as. And I've got an old coffee sachet that was in here as well. Alright, and that seems to just, you know, that seems to work quite nice, and then I can put my my pot on there. And that was just a bit of foil, pot stand, stove with a lid, and then that all goes in there. Snug as a bug in a rug. And my brew kit. So in there, what I've got at the front there is just all my cables and my batteries and all that sort of stuff for the GoPro. Got a little carabiner on there, and then I've got it attached by a little piece of paracord at the bottom, just stops it rattling around. So in this side pocket here, I've got my bot, that's the lid obviously, Nalgene bottle, the bot itself with a bail arm, and then I've got my saw in there as well, my gone boy. Now what I want to try and do with this, I'm having a pie for dinner, and one of the little jobs I want to do is see if I can, I've got a throwdown grill which you'll see as part of my kit laid out by TJ Metalworks. But what I want to do is see if I can use a bit of this sort of cable. I bought some extra one at home, attach one in there, and then see if I can suspend it over the fire. So that'll be a bit of an experiment. So on the other side, what I've got here is obviously that's a little bit of roll of Gorilla Tape. In here, what I've been putting in here at the moment, obviously, is just my stuff that I've used to put the shelter up. But I've got a bag of pegs. Okay. Another little pouch there which holds all my toggles and stuff like that, and then another spare ridge line there that goes with the poncho. So that's all that goes in there, and then obviously when it's packed away, the poncho, the pegs and everything will go in here. But just to keep everything together, I'll put the other bags as well inside here as well, so when I come to pack up tomorrow, it's all there together. Right, so in the main part of the sack then, I've got my frying pan. I've got a little Helikon Tex wind jacket there. Excuse me. My little fire lighting kit. Cup. That's all my my bum wipes and stuff like that in there. And toilet roll. Little rubbish bag. Possibles pouch, or my ditty bag, whatever you want to call it. I'll take this everywhere. Rations are in there. Little coil of number 36 bank line. And then finally, right at the bottom there, I've got my this is my Widow 17 Woodby jacket. Love it. Packs down to, you know, packs down quite small. And then I've got it in a little waterproof bag, and that sits in the bottom of the rucksack with the roll mat when it's packed away. And the other thing I failed to mention is obviously my throwdown grill. And then finally, what I've got in here as well, I like to keep a couple of rations by the Steak Detective. This is the meatballs and pasta, which is absolutely brilliant, and I love this one. This is the Great Blighty Breakfast. So folks, that's it. That's all I've got in there. I sacrificed my tall roll because that would have taken up quite a bit of space, because obviously the literage of that bag. So what I've got in place of that, I haven't got no augers or anything like that if I needed to use them. But what took its place was the little flex cut carving jack. So at least I can still do a bit of carving if I wanted to make a spoon. I've still got the concaved blade there to make the scoop and all that sort of stuff on the you know, if I want to make a spoon or something like that. All right, so you know, that's my loadout that I'm obviously using at the moment. So don't forget to leave your comments down below, and subscribe, like the channel, and hit the notification bell. Really appreciate it. And also give me your feedback on stuff that you pack and all that sort of stuff, whether you think it's a good idea what I've got or whether it isn't. Doesn't really matter, but that's what I like anyway. So alright, nice one.